Hey students, it's Mrs. T again. So in this short video, I'm going to show you how to navigate our Blackboard class together, because sometimes I have questions about where do I find a quiz link, where do I find it, how do I access the weekly quizzes, or how do I access the weekly reaction paper or the extra credit discussion board? Where are those things? And so let me show you all of that right now. So I'm going to use my cultural geography class from last semester just so you can kind of see how it's organized. So I'm going to show you a class that has a whole bunch of folders in it already. Anyway, I'll show you. So behind me, you can see that this is, up here in this area, you will be able to see what class it is and what semester it is. And so, like I said, this happens to be a geography class, but yes, if you are my sociology student or an anthropology student or any of the other classes that I teach, yes, you will see that right here. Uh-oh, I think Hemi's barking. So, anyway, so what you're looking at right here is the cultural geography class from last semester, and this is the landing page. So when you click on our class together, you will see something like this. You'll see the start here thing and messages sometimes that I post that are pertinent to specific weeks. You'll see, video from me and some other standard things that are on your that are on the front page of all of your class shells for all of your different courses that you take. Anyway, the place where you need to go to get the content and the body of our class for the whole duration of the semester is called course content. And so you see me clicking on this over here in the left-hand column of the page. By the way, I am accessing this by a laptop computer. If you're using a handheld of some sort, of course, the pull-down menus or the navigation bar that is open and ready to go on my laptop computer screen might not be there automatically on your handheld device. You might have to expand a pull down menu or something to access it. But this course content thing and announcements, these things are always key to accessing the information that is relevant and current in our class. So if you will look at this page with me, this is the course content page, and what you will see as a student is as we begin the semester, you'll see this start here or the orientation to the class folder, and you'll click on that, and there will be lessons in here. There will be notices. So see there, I've got some things that you need to read, notifications, and then there's going to be video lessons like this one that you're watching right now. There's going to be video lessons that you need to click on in order to be able to access the content. You're going to take notes on the content of the weekly videos, and you're going to come back to the weekly folder. So like right now we're in the Start Here folder, and you're going to come back to the weekly folder, and you're going to access the quiz link, you're going to access the reaction paper link, and all that kind of stuff. Every week there's a new quiz, there's a new reaction paper, there's a new opportunity to post to the extra credit discussion board. All of those weekly assignments are in the weekly folders. And so again, you click on course content, and as the weeks go by, you will see more and more weeks pile up in the course content folder. So right now, what you see, unless you're watching this, during week 2 or something, if you're watching this during week 2, then when you click on the course content folder, you're going to see Start Here, week 1, week 2, then you're going to see projects come into play. So when you go over the syllabus video, you're going to see that we have projects periodically throughout the semester. They get their own folder, but everything is going to be under course content. If you need to if you need to go back and review something from week 3, you will always have these video lessons. Sometimes I refer to a particular video lesson in a future week. So maybe if I'm in week 6, I might say, we talked about this during lesson 3 of week 5 or something like that. And so I sometimes refer to it that way. Sometimes there's notes for you to take in the weekly folder. There's always lessons. There's always a reaction paper journal submission for your weekly reaction paper. There's always a quiz link. These things will blur out and go away after their deadlines have passed, but you'll always see these links in the weekly content folders. That's how it works. So, Anyway, the landing page has all of this logistical stuff that's not just specific to my class, but to every class at PTC. It's the announcements page and the course content page that you're really going to be the most, that you're really going to use the most. That's how I should phrase that. So every week there's going to be an announcement that tells you what week it is. Oh, look, I even asked for dog groomer advice at one point during this class. Anyway, we can communicate with each other this way. Anyway, so every week there is a notification about what to expect that week, what you're working on, what does it go for. You know, if we're in week 4, does that go toward project 2? Does it go toward project 3? Those kinds of things. So everything that you need is going to be in this announcements folder. It's going to be, the announcements folder is going to refer to what week to go to in course content. If you have to be absent for a little while, I will say things like, when you contact me and say, hey, where do I pick up? I will refer you to the announcements, and I'll say, hey, go to the announcements and go back to the date, the last one that you read, and start there and start moving forward from there and do everything that the announcement says. So if you attend the first 3 weeks of class and then you are sick or whatever, I hope not, God forbid, but you're sick or whatever, and you have to go out of town and help somebody, or anything happens and you need to come back in week 6 and you've missed weeks 4 and 5, all you have to do is go to announcements. And what did Mrs. T say about week 4? Read week 4. Do what the week 4 announcement says to do. Go to course content, which is what the announcement is going to tell you to do. Go to course content, click on week 4. Do everything that's available in the week 4 content folder. Then move on to the week 5 announcement. Do everything that the week 5 announcement tells you. That kind of thing. So I don't want you to be absent. I hope that you don't have to be gone from class for any long period of time. But I've got the class designed so that if unfortunate events happen to you, which they do from time to time, I understand. I want you to be successful, and I've got this class set up so that you can go back and pick up where you left off with my help. I mean, you can do it without ever contacting me. You know, it's none of my business why you have to be gone for a period of time. Honestly, you're an adult, and if you just need to be gone for mental relaxation, I understand. But you can contact me and let me know, and I'll help guide you through this. I don't expect you to remember every single word from this video, but I do try to design the class so that it's very easy for you to come back in and pick up where you might need to, where you might have left off, and, get back on track whenever you need to. So that's how our class is going to be designed. You've got the Start Here landing folder. You've got everything else that you might need to do, like how to contact me. That's where my cell phone number is. You can see it right there. But announcements is going to be, from the very beginning, the very, very first announcement, way back here, howdy to you all, then week 2, project 1, week 3, etc. And they'll just pile on top of each other as the week goes on. 16 weeks, you'll have at least 16 announcements from me, but oftentimes, more than that. You'll have all of your course content. We'll have every single folder. As you see, you go back in time. You won't have to scroll like I'm doing now, because the weekly folders will just pile on top of each other. So the current one will always be there on top when you log in. But this is where all the links to everything is. This is where you go and post things. When you have to upload an assignment to an assignment Dropbox, this is where you go and access video files that I tell you to watch and take notes on. This is where it is. So hopefully that's pretty clear cut, pretty straightforward. Every single folder pretty much looks like this. You start at the beginning, you read stuff, you watch the lessons that I ask you to watch. Sometimes they aren't videos that I've made. Sometimes, like in this example, there's a TED Talk video that I have you watch and take notes on and use the information from that video. As in all videos, none of it's busy work. All of it is pointed towards something, toward a course outcome. So you'll watch a video that sometimes I don't create myself and use it for a reaction paper. There will be quiz questions from it, and usually I guide you with some information about what you need specifically from it to help you ace the projects that we do over the course of the semester. Okay, you've got my number, so text me with questions. And if you haven't texted me yet, please don't try to complete the very first class orientation quiz until you have texted me, because you earn some points on that quiz actually from some of the interaction that we have through text message. So please do that before you take that quiz. I'll see you next time. Bye.